You know, so many are dealing with grief following the attack at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township. And here this morning to help us better understand and process our grief and other feelings we may be having, we welcome to Good Morning Mid-Michigan this morning psychotherapist Dr. Kathy Barton-Brown. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you know, first off, I not only admire you as a professional, but you're a friend and a great person, Dr. Kathy. You just have a light that shines from you, and I appreciate you wanting to be here today.
Oh, thank you, Matt. This is critical.
It is. And, you know, first off, before we kind of dive in here, just explain what you do as a psychotherapist.
I help people overcome the challenges from their past and become better people, and to take the pains that they've had and turn them into gains, and making their life not just a survivor, but a thriver.
A thriver, I like that. How long have you been doing what you do?
I have been in the field 40 years. 40
years?
Yes.
And I'm sure over that time, you've helped a lot of people and talked about a lot of different things.
I do my best.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, I appreciate you being here today. It is, this has a bigger magnitude, I think, than people even realize. You know, even yourself, we were talking before the show started, that Sunday, you were on the peripheral there of what happened, but it still impacted you in your own personal way.
It impacted me because last year, Easter of 2024, I was singing in that church at an Easter concert with my daughter. And so I knew the whole layout of the church, where the truck crashed in, we went through that door. So I had flashbacks. And oftentimes in events like this, you get triggers. And so for me, it was a trigger back to the actual place. But for someone who wasn't there, it may be a trigger back to a fire as a child or some other trauma.
Yeah, you were there for an interdenominational service, correct?
That's right.
And even on Sunday, you said you could smell the smoke that day too, right?
We were doing an event. We were preparing for an event at Genesis Conference Center, and they came in and asked if we were burning anything because the fire had made its way over, the smell of the fire, over to the Genesis Conference Center. And so we couldn't figure out where it was what, and then all the police vehicles and all that started going through.
My goodness. So, I mean, again, you're just as a part of this community as anyone else. And, you know, talk about, I know people are feeling a lot of feelings now.
And they're entitled to every feeling that they have, and they have to stop and pay attention to them. One thing that we tell people in trauma, you are experiencing normal reactions to an abnormal event. It's not every day in our community that we have a mass shooting and a fire at a church. The church is supposed to be a safe place. That's the place we go for safety, for comfort, and for that to be involved, now it brings a new level of fear. And so we have to deal with the mindset and battle in the mind. Do I stay in the house? Do I still go to church? So a lot of questions come up.
Well, how do you even start to process those feelings? I mean, what do you recommend for us this morning?
Talk about it. That which we talk about, we can minimize the fear of it. Surround ourselves with our close group, with our support system, sticking with family, celebrating. This is why we maximize every day. This is why we treat every day like it's our last, because we really don't know. So when we focus on celebrations, instead of the tit for tat, I'm mad at my sister, I'm mad at my mom. No, let's change it around and say, what can I be happy about today? What kind of joy can I experience today?
Well, you know, unfortunately, it is sad to see there is an existing division right now in our society that's undeniable. And it is sad to see as well that some folks are almost salivating, for lack of a better word, at trying to poke or prod or, you know, make things that they shouldn't be. You know, how can we try to focus away from that? I mean, you can't control others' actions, right?
That's right. But how about concentrating on, let's bring civility back. Let's bring care and concern back. Let's bring the golden rule back. Treat people the way you really want to be treated. My mom taught me, treat people better than you want to be treated, then you know you'll land in a good place. You know, we're always going to have some difference of opinions, but that does not mean we have to hate each other. So let's bring back some love and some concern. Instead of pulling our phones out when somebody's suffering, let's talk to them and see how we can help. We need to change the mindset and go back.
Well, and you know, this healing is going to be maybe it will be a lifelong process for some people in the community, right?
That's right. And it's okay, but making sure to acknowledge where the pain is, making sure to acknowledge what it does bring up. If it triggers something, go get some help. If you need help, go get help. There's no shame in getting help. The shame is staying in the same place and expecting things to change.
Yeah, seeking help is not a weakness, it's
That's
a strength.
right. It is a strength.
Yeah. Bottom line, how can talking about this maybe help someone process?
Well, when we close up, then we go into dark places, and in dark places, there's nothing good. But when we open up and we talk, even if we're talking to our neighbor and our coworker, you know, about how this affected me, it gives you the opportunity to talk about how it affected you.
When we pop this up on your screen quickly, maybe if you don't mind taking down the graphics so we can see all the information there. This is about the Family Assistance Center. They're offering victim advocacy, counseling, and emotional support right now, referrals to community services there at the Genesis Banquet and Conference Center. And again, if you're facing any type of crisis, there's that national number that you see at the bottom, 988. Here's Dr. Kathy's information as well. And, you know, I'll be honest, even talking with you today has helped me.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful.
So, and I appreciate you and what you do, and some very wise words this morning from Dr. Kathy Barton-Brown, and I hope that you take them to heart. And again, Dr. Kathy, I appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I think it was a needed conversation today.
Amen.
Thank you.